Assalamualaikum. My name is YASMEEN SOFEA binti HARADIAN SHAH. I am an international business student from class BA 2762B and this is my individual assignment video. The main objectives of doing this assignment is firstly to understand the term of culture and to compare the ways of differentiating other people's culture. Second, to analyze the concept of cultural values and changes in terms of work and managerial value. Lastly, to broaden the perspective of cultural diversity. I will start my presentation by explaining about this subtopic, which is topic 2, the meaning and dimensions of culture. Culture defined as knowledge that people use to interpret, experience, and generate social behavior. This knowledge forms values, creates attitudes, and influences behavior. So, the characteristics of culture is to be learned, shared, transgenerational, symbolic, pattern, and to be adapt. Then I will shortly explain how culture can affect the managerial approaches. Firstly, it can affect the centralized and decentralized decision. The choice between a centralized and decentralized structure depends on factors like the organization size, industry goals, and the need for consistency versus flexibility. Some organizations adopt a hybrid approach, centralizing certain functions while decentralizing others. Second is safety versus risk. Safety focuses on preventing harm and maintaining security, meanwhile risk involves navigating uncertainties and potential negative outcomes. Next is individual versus group rewards. Individual rewards can drive personal performance and accountability, while group rewards foster teamwork and shared success. Informal versus formal procedures. Informal procedures are flexible and quick but may lack consistency and accountability, while formal procedures provide structure and reliability but can be slower and less adaptable. Next is high and low organizational loyalty. High organizational loyalty contributes to employee retention, motivation, productivity, and positive culture, while low organizational loyalty results in high turnover, disengagement, inefficiency, and a negative work environment. Then, cooperation versus competition. Cooperation promotes collective success, innovation, and a positive work environment through teamwork and mutual support, while competition drives individual excellence and high performance, potentially leading to significant achievements but also creating a more stressful and individualistic environment. Then I will move to the short-term versus long-term horizons. Short-term horizons focus on quick results and immediate challenges, providing agility and rapid impact, while long-term horizons prioritize sustainable growth and strategic objectives, ensuring stability and future success. Lastly, stability versus innovation. Stability ensures consistency, reliability, and security, providing a foundation for operations. Meanwhile, innovation promotes growth, competitiveness, and adaptation, driving the organization forward. Then move on to these two cultural dimensions, which are Hofstede and Trompenaars. Hofstede's cultural dimensions theory, which identifies and measures key dimensions of culture that affect how people from different societies interact and conduct business. These include power distance, uncertainty avoidance, individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, short-term versus long-term index, indulgence versus restraint. Then for Trompenaars' 7 dimensions of culture, which explores cultural differences. These dimensions help understand how different cultures approach relationships, time, communication, and other critical aspects of societal behavior. This includes universalism versus particularism, individualism versus communitarianism, neutral versus emotional, specific versus diffuse, achievement versus ascription, sequential versus synchronic, and internal versus external control. From my observation of this event, Hofstad's cultural dimension was highlighted during the day of my visit of this Japanese cultural event. Firstly, uncertainty avoidance. Japan, for instance, scores high on uncertainty avoidance, indicating a preference for structured situations and clear rules. It refers to a cultural tendency to minimize ambiguity and uncertainty through strict rules, regulations, and structured procedures. From this event, I can say that Japanese people prefer predictable and stable environments and often resist change. This high uncertainty avoidance can be understood through its cultural practices and societal norms, where it is reflected in the meticulous organization and adherence to traditional practices seen in the Lalaport's Sakura Festival. For example, what I can see from this Sakura Festival, that they have a consistency in planning events like how they did in their home country. Cherry Blossom Tree is their main congregation and symbol of their country. The venue is fully decorated with artificial cherry blossoms, theme even from the merchandise and booth. From this, people obviously got to know that cherry blossom tree is their traditional flower. They also cling to their own activities like how they did in their home country. Every activities and games are different from Malaysia and symbolizes their tradition. Second is collectivism versus individualism. Japan's high collectivism score highlights the importance of harmony and community within the group, as evidenced by the cooperative activities held during the festival, such as group dances and cross-cultural exchanges, a culture that prioritizes the needs and objectives of the group over those of the individual is considered high collectivist. In collectivist societies, individuals perceive themselves as members of the cohesive group, such as a family, community, or organization, with which they strongly identify. It really shows that the first thing that I saw when I first came on the event is their high level of collectivism, because the Sakura Festival involves the entire community, with people coming together to enjoy the event and participated in various activities such as performances and games. I can see that the event promotes harmony and unity among attendees, where people respect the space of others while the cherry blossoms event. Last, for Hofstad cultural dimension is long-term versus short-term orientation. Other than that, I observed that Japan is a long-term oriented culture. The long-term outlook is reflected in the centuries-old customs that underpin the Sakura Festival. The appreciation of cherry blossoms is a symbol of life's fleeting nature, the importance of seasonal variations, and the persistence of cultural customs. This aspect demonstrates how the Japanese value customs and tenacity. And because of this, they decorated the event fully with cherry blossoms, and obviously the theme is cherry blossoms. Next, I will move on to the Trompenaars cultural dimensions. Trompenaars cultural dimensions also can be detected during this event, where it offers another perspective on cultural variability. It shows insights into how different cultures approach and resolve dilemmas. Firstly is particularism versus universalism. This is demonstrated by the fact that Japan tends toward universalism, where norms and regulations are applied consistently. This was seen in the way that traditional customs are applied consistently during the Sakura Festival. The deeply ingrained traditions and customs of Japanese culture are observed during the Sakura Festival. In Japan, people from all different communities and regions follow these customs. I pick up some manners during this event that require us to keep things tidy. All participants are subject to this rule in its entirety. Next is specific versus diffuse. The harmony between distinct and ephemeral aspects of Japanese culture is personified by the Sakura Festival. The meaning of diffuse is through the blending of personal and professional relationships and the emphasis on group harmony. It cultivates a sense of community and interconnectedness. The meaning of specific in this cultural dimension is it features well-planned, structured events that demonstrate the Japanese appreciation of accuracy and organization. From my point of view, the Sakura Festival is a laid-back and social atmosphere, but it also features a lot of organized events and activities like all those performances and sessions. This illustrates the particular aspect of Japanese culture wherein occasions are meticulously organized.